Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the kingdom, y'all. You already know it's the King speaking to you. Welcome to part 29 of Disco Elysium. Let's get into it. Okay, so when we wrapped up last time, we got done talking to her, and I'm pretty sure I said that we were going to go talk to Titus, so let's go and talk to him. Alright, Titus, answers. I need answers. Don't try to act like you don't know what's going on. I'm gonna need you to give me straight.
It's you again. What is it?
You know what it is. I found someone who saw the hanging, a witness.
A witness? You ain't got shit. The locals would never come to you with this.
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the others, and is in witness protection.
My witness isn't a local.
Well, let's hear it then. Who is your mystery fella?
Ain't none of your business.
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised. This goes without saying, but nonetheless, don't give out his name.
Exactly, it does go without saying. Ain't none of your business, bro. Charles Villadrone, a high-ranking government official from Root. Okay, that's giving too much information. Let's just say he's a high-ranked government official and leave it at that.
Yeah, right. Like we wouldn't know if an MI plant was in our town. Nice try, right?
MI is short for Moral Intern. Moral Intern is short for Moralist International, the coalition that runs Revachol.
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
The witness said the hanging went down very quietly, no shouting, no commotion. The witness said he saw two people of Areopagite descent and one Meske. The witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking brass band. The Hardie boys are dead silent.
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
They're avoiding having to answer this question.
I'd imagine you guys drinking and singing lynching songs. What's with the funeral silence?
We were drinking, weren't we, guys? I hit the bottle hard. I was drunk as fuck.
Right, I'm convinced, Glenn. Nothing off here. Just a regular hanging.
Bullseye. Glenn looks around uncomfortably. The lieutenant hit a nerve.
The witness said, yeah, the descent.
Arab guy? Boss, I think he's trying to save me and Theo.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there too. I already told you. We were all there.
The witness said it all looked like a surreal play.
Those flaccid MI cocks with their culture language. Everything's a surreal play or sublime whatever. Doesn't mean anything.
It means the whole scene was long and drawn out, like it was from a film.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our minds, you see?
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't know shit.
I know you are lying, Shanky.
He writes in his notebook.
You didn't break this wagon fort, but you did manage to rattle the people inside a bit.
Okay, enough about the witness.
Some witness. I pulled the same shit. Came up with some shit, then went and said it to people. Get a reaction. Don't have to go to cop school to try that.
You don't have to go to school for shit. I never went to school, and I'm doing great.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Oh, Eugene's pretty supportive.
So much bluster to hide the fact that they're uncomfortable with you having this info.
So I talked to Clagier about the tape.
And
He tenses immediately. Chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
And nothing, she stands by what she said.
that fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Gold. It was just locker room talk. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Yeah, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
He shakes his head in disbelief.
Sounds like he wanted it to change her mind about the hanged man. This is definitely personal.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
She did not say whoop-de-doo. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Klasia a second chance to play along. She still didn't.
All right. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
I think this is personal for you. I think you had feelings for her. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
This tape was the last chance for her to do what was planned.
But she didn't. She knows she can't lie to us, unlike you.
Fantastic. So now, you remember how to do your job. I'm so sick of this piss. We should get something harder in here.
Yeah, guys. We should get a party going tonight.
Why?
Maybe not then.
Success. They admitted to unlawful collaboration to derail the investigation.
Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
You don't know. She's a model. She won a pageant. She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. Huh, I guess you do know her then.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or anything.
It's all right, Glenn. I just thought, I thought anyone would come around if they heard that shit. Apparently, I was wrong.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
He smiles sympathetically.
You wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know, you might want to lay off this topic, or else you might antagonize him.
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now. I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
Come on, Titus. The stakes are too high here. There will be blood on the streets. The tribunal, remember. I know you're tired. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you, them, and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
Throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Yeah.
There is silence in the room. Elaine starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convinced Titus he is being manipulated. Well, here we go.
Convince
Nice.
Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardie will never falter.
One of his boys will. That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
Huh?
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. And Martinez, they just kill you because you don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They club you from behind, string you up, and go back to drinking. It's cool, guys. You drag them out back, light up their corpses on fire, and piss on them. You don't care.
It wasn't that. It wasn't... We didn't hit him, okay?
That's it. That's the weak one.
Little fat
You
bitch.
flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo.
Turn on Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? What happens if I keep talking? You gonna kill me too in the bar for nothing?
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control. Let them have their moment. The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back.
What just happened between these two? You're in. He's all yours. Questions.
Sorry I made you guys fight. Whisper, Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. If Claude didn't kill him, why the cover-up? So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. What was it?
We're not sure. Probably a bullet. The wound was difficult to see.
The coroner and his assistant are wrapped in blue. Hands covered in blue gloves. Mouths covered by blue masks. Bodies by blue aprons. The coroner wipes his brow, scalpel still in his hand. Get the light. Shine it in his mouth. He tells his assistant. The coroner squats to better see the light illumines the darkness inside. Well, shit. Can't blame them for missing that. Get the saw, Alan. This just got fun.
Why?
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
The rat-faced man snickers.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
He turns back to you. What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th Hardie?
Nah, he's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
Glad you didn't kill him. Why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people. Who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the Moorlantern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
So who killed the Merc then? Any leads? Whose idea was to hang him anyway? Hers?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
He pauses to think.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was this the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker. The missing 8th Hardie.
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
A little too far there, but you're definitely right.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardie boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardie girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name? Current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop, before you go, Clausia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection, but...
Still, after all this headache...
But you would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
So Lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Alright, well. Titus wasn't such a big man anymore, was he? No, he was not. That's right. We showed him who the real one was. Alright. We gotta go back to Classier and let her know. So we're kind of jumping back and forth. What should I level up? Should I level up my, what is this? Interfacing, electrochemistry, physical instrument, pain threshold, interfacing. Seen a decent amount of interfacing stuff. Should we level that up? Where is that? Interfacing. Oh, it's right here. Should we level that up? I feel like we're already pretty high with that. Reaction speed, perception. Volition is 7, but we still have a lot that we can put up with that. Encyclopedia. Rhetoric, drama. Connect to Station 41, understand cop culture. Which one? You know what, let's do drama, actually. Why not? We'll do drama. Okay. Let's go back and talk to Clagier. Alright, Clagier, don't let this this flashlight intimidate you, but give me some answers.
It's always good to see you.
She cracks a weary smile, leaning back against the railing.
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
Should I look her in the eye?
She looks back.
Wow.
Time moves slowly. The triangles of her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry. We will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs, just below the silver jumpsuit.
Avert your eyes.
The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds.
The Hardie boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
She puts her coffee mug on the table.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this? You sent us on a runaround. You lied to us, miss. Chill, I'm the cool cop, remember?
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions. Is it? Something is off here. Shush, I can't hear what she's saying. Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our time?
Because of the Hardies. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Not of the shit I'd gotten into.
Is she implying the Hardie boys are the law?
The Hardie boys are not the law. We are. That's not a good enough reason. Cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation.
I know that. But the people around here, they don't see it that way. And if I am to stay here, I need to get along with them. You're right. There's more.
More?
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
She reaches for a new cigarette.
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isula, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old world.
Is that why you're looking over your shoulder? You're afraid of the moral intern? What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this? The RCM isn't the lapdog of the moral intern. You don't have to worry.
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
She lights the cigarette. What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me. They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill, well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Nothing to do with her? You'll be the judge of that. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
What did you have to do? No, what did you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night he died? What did you call the cops if you're hiding?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
He taps on his notebook.
The job was Lewsdown County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Lewis-Scott conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them.
But she really destroyed them. She still feels it.
As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Lewis-Scott and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airbird, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Papalolo. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. Serves him right. When I am king, the savings bank will be the first against the wall. You're right, this is bad. You destroy what people have built. It's a lot of shit you've gotten yourself into.
Yeah. Papa fucking Lolo wants to kill me.
She smiles. I'm sure there are people who have done much worse than that. You're right, this is bad. You destroyed people.
It is. Many people lost their jobs. Not just C-suite. Ordinary people. What I did to get to accounting...
She shakes her head at the thought.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
That can wait. Look into her eyes. There's more.
What did you do?
One of them killed themselves because of me.
That's bad. How did you live with yourself? That's, shake your head. Not easy to deal with. Nah, let's get back to what happened then, okay?
How do you deal with anything? It's all just... How do you do it?
I'm a cop. What I do is right. By not remembering a single goddamn thing. I don't either.
There you have it. The way of the warrior.
What did you do to have these people after you? What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
Tell me exactly what happened.
Okay. He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me.
Oh
I was on my
boy.
back, looking at him.
Oh,
I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
sniper.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open, dumb. I could see. I could.
Ooh, this is awkward
A
now.
great pain moves through her, a dark and indefinite wave. She continues in spite of it.
I knew he was dead before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs.
There's a long pause. She just stands there, her arms at her sides.
I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Sorry this happened to you. Are you sure you're not making this up? That's a motherfucker. We want any more details.
So am I.
She looks down. Her cigarette has singed her fingers.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
Yo, Kim says Kim don't play. He don't care how you feel. He wants his answers.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off much more than usual.
So I just said you look pretty high. Doesn't matter, better not mention it.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
No,
What did you do then?
nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little. He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
Run, woman. Run past them and out into the streets where it's dark and people move. To the lorries at the intersection, as far as you can.
Why didn't you run away from here? As a matter of fact, why are you here now?
I already ran. I ran from an entire Isola. I can't run any further. Not with these people. This is as far as it gets.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardies were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full. Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who is Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The leader? Of what?
The Hardie boys.
She says it as if it's evident. Ah, the other lady, huh? I thought Hardie was the leader of the Hardie boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
The other lady.
This Ruby, in her phrasing, is entrusted with great power. She trusts her. So do the others.
Would you say she is the 8th Hardie boy?
Why not?
Okay, let's go on. That's what I needed. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation, that I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
Oops.
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
She looks at the ground, then raises her light brown eyes to meet yours. Then what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
It's Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
We will need to take this question to the Hardie boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
Yes, logic.
There is something suspicious about that theory, but you can't put your finger on it.
When it happened, did you hear a gunshot?
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Could the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone.
She looks at her cigarette.
So they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
Maybe it did. Probably didn't. Either way, something to consider.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, it's that you'll get nothing from there.
Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
The answer comes fast.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
So you would have us believe, but you're not. I don't think so. Why did you do it? I'm not going to disagree with you.
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Kuno, yeah, he's a little fucker.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravachol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
I'm not going to ask her if she killed Lily. When was the window changed?
Last week. Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
She takes a drag.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom? Inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
Alright, I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands.
The lieutenant glanced at you, then at the door.
He's thinking, are we done here? Or maybe you should take her to the station for safekeeping. She lied to you, and she's a flight risk. No, that won't be necessary. Just leave her alone. She's been through enough. She doesn't need this police brutality. Multiface, I'm beginning to doubt your judgment. Are you sure you're not sleeping on the post? You have to wake this one up with force if you want to continue pushing her.
In God's name, wake up. Nah, I can't do it. I'm just gonna leave her. Alright, so... Oh, auto-saving. So, okay.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Kick the door in. Yeah, definitely ain't doing that. And it's, okay. Yeah, let's go investigate this glass. Okay, let's look at this window.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
What happened here?
Golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed.
What positions are they in?
Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain.
Where does it come from?
From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Have a look at point A, the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? So I'm, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from.
There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
So I know with these recordings, right, they were saying that he was going to rape her, right? And she's trying to make it seem like, oh, that didn't happen. But she'd probably make it seem like that didn't happen if she was the one who shot him in the first place, right? So what if he was trying to actually rape her and she's the one who shot him? Which will go back to me asking her, are you the one who killed Lily? But then again, I don't want to spook her, right? So, could there have been another point of origin further away? There's also that building across that has all the like the mailboxes and stuff. Remember there was that weird person up top?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet, Detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at B prime, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled sniper could have made the shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Have a look at B double prime, Land's End.
1.2 kilometers away. the least likely of these positions, let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
Have a look at B triple prime, the islet.
1 kilometer away, a point beyond the docks, on an islet in the bay. The fort is ruined, but the perpetrator may have found a stable spot on the beaches surrounding it, where the concrete crumbles into the sea, as you saw in the coin-operated viewer. The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof in Martinez?
From where, precisely?
Let's say B prime, the boardwalk, B double prime lands, and B triple prime, the islet.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
It's okay. Much less than from the roof, but still. Just being thorough.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one. It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
Blink. Leave. Alright, well. So we got a couple things that we need to investigate here. Make Titus give up Ruby's location. Ruby was the organizer of the hanging. She's also missing, but the Hardie boys will be tight-lipped about her location. You need to get them to open up. Have you fully explored the whirling? Analyzed the site of the murder? Truly and thoroughly interrogated Clagier? All these might be convincing them easier. Yeah, I still got to do some stuff. There's still that blue door that I don't know how to get into. Determine where the shot came from. We can check these out. So, I think that's going to be what we do in the next episode. I think we're going to wrap it up right here. We're going to go check out these places. We still got to sing karaoke. Maybe something happens when you sing karaoke that you can get down to that basement. Maybe they love it so much that somebody come busting out the door and you can get down there. Who knows? But regardless of all that, thank you so much for checking out the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace out.